Well, I knew that if I was going to even approach a sequel, that I didn't want to just do like an obvious, continuation of the first or like a simple retread. I wanted to really challenge myself to do something fresh and different. And if I was going to ask audiences to give me their time again, that I was going to try to deliver something that they didn't see coming.
Parker, thank you so much for taking your time with me today on the Movie Podcast. I absolutely adored this movie. It scared the living hell out of me, and I'm so grateful that we have Smile 2 now in this world.
Thank you so much for saying that.
Absolutely. You made a smile, something that's so disarming, so welcoming, so terrifying. What was your approach to coming to a sequel with a movie like this?
Well, I knew that if I was going to even approach a sequel, that I didn't want to just do like an obvious, continuation of the first or like a simple retread. I wanted to really challenge myself to do something fresh and different. And if I was going to ask audiences to give me their time again, that I was going to try to deliver something that they didn't see coming. And so it felt like such an exciting challenge to center this film on this mega famous pop star and to sort of explore this world that should be sort of glitzy, glammy, shiny, but to really bring in all this dread and anxiety and stress and creepiness into it. It felt like a really exciting, ripe place to start.
Yeah, it definitely is dripping with dread, I'll say that, and blood. And the opening of Smile 2 is just so brilliantly executed. I loved it. I love that one shot.
Thank you.
And I'm curious, when you're crafting a scary moment like that, what do you believe contributes to the effectiveness of that scare? Is it the timing? Or is it what the audience is seeing in that moment?
I think it's a little bit of both. I always try to make myself the first audience member for the film, starting with when I'm writing it. And I try to think about, okay, what would stress me out? What would freak me out? For that opening, like you said, I wrote into the script that we are going to stay in a single unbroken shot because I knew the suffocating, oppressive claustrophobia of that would be really effective for an audience. So, there's a lot. There's performance, there's all the tools of filmmaking, but it's really about having a very specific vision that you share with all of your collaborators and making sure that everybody's on the same page so you can really deliver what you set out to capture.
And I love that this is such a collaboration, I'm assuming, with Naomi, who's, coming from the music world as well. What did that collaboration look like in creating who Skye is?
It was wonderful. She instantly connected with the character from the script, and we had, such a constant dialogue once I cast her in the film. I mean, it was all about sort of passing ideas back and forth and really sort of starting to shape the character around her. And she brought such incredible ideas to the character itself. And I really loved how it was like being partners in crime. We really had the same goal in mind, and we both we knew this was going to be this incredibly exhausting, harrowing process. But we sort of had locked arms and sort of drove off into the deep end together.
And I love that there's this lead up to both films. Like you talk about the marketing in it, where you have the people in the crowd smiling in the games, and you're either going to be putting butts into seats in the moments like that, or you're going to be warding them off completely. And I love that there's that attempt still there. How involved are you in the planning process of all those moments?
It's really fun. Like the marketing department at Paramount has been, nothing short of spectacular. And I love working with them, and they're very collaborative. And it all sort of starts from the script stage, passing ideas back and forth. But they really invite the filmmaker in and we trade ideas, but I really have to give so much credit to them because so many of those ideas come from them, and I think they're brilliant.
Parker, again, like I said, this movie is fantastic. The music is so damn good. I'm so glad the album is out now because I've been jamming to it.
Awesome.
And I can't wait to take my wife to go see this because she gets pretty scared of horror movies, so I'm pretty excited for that. Thank you so much.
Thank you.